Hey, what's going on, guys? Peety here. Today we're going to be talking about the Katsusa rocket, or the rocket launchers. So this guy is unlocked at LC level 6 or Monument level 1, whichever you prefer. You need a munitions factory level 6, and so basically it's very end game that you'll be rolling these guys out. But they're very, very strong. They have 300 attack range right out of the box, and you can increase it with a couple things, such as the skin. The skin, I believe it came out in season 2. I kept seeing people talking about it, or it came out for Easter. I can't remember. But it says how you can get it is by events. It gives you a plus 20% attack range, some move speed, and then max ammo, which is really strong for this thing because that pushes you from 300 attack range to 320, meaning that if a turret doesn't have an officer on it, you can outrange any turret in the game and just like bomb cities from far away and not get hit. So pretty cool. Moving into the officers, we have Douglas MacArthur. He is applicable to these guys. He gives plus 15% across the board, as you see. I think he's $40, but pretty solid. The next guy is the actual rocket launcher guy, and here you can see plus 10% HP, and then you can see a plus 33% attack range. So when he's fully max level 10, he'll give you 399 attack range if you don't have that skin. If you do, he'll push you over the 400 mark. But you can also see here that if you drop him in the League City, 35% of that will get into will be applied to the league. So if someone in your league has this officer, he can drop it in the LC, and then that'll push you above the 400 range if you have him as well, if that makes sense. So really good officer, and he's cheap too, 10 or 15 bucks, and I honestly recommend him because these are fun to play with if you ever get the chance. Next up, we have William Nudsen. This guy's applicable to all vehicles. He'll give you some ammo, fuel, and then mainly the most important part is the HP, plus 10% HP to all vehicles. Really strong, especially if you're going M40s beforehand. Next up is Dwight D Eisenhower. So with morale in this game, like I said before, basically the more you attack without getting hit, the higher your morale will go on your units. This guy gives you a boost to morale initially, and then once you are jubilant, will give you plus 15% on top of that. So a really good fit here. Next we have Abrams. He gives you plus 10% across the board when you're in an enemy territory. Next is William Slim. He gives plus 10%. Really don't recommend this guy. Haven't on any unit I've done yet. And finally we have Georgie. He gives plus 175 defense when defending. Can be useful here, but not really. Okay, so now we're in game. We're going to go and check out the Cannoneer tab. So the Cannoneer, you get plus 10% to all attack for your rocket launchers. And you also get plus 30% speed. Moving into tier 2, you're going to get plus 50% max fuel, as well as plus 30% speed. And then you'll get a plus 5 or 250 defense versus bombers. This defense versus bombers I don't think is really that useful for the rocket launchers. You're going to have it for your M40s, but it's not too crazy because by the time you have rocket launchers out, you're definitely going to have like whirlies and stuff like that. You don't really have to worry about bombers too much. And then you also have this overwhelming steel rain. This doesn't apply to you, but it applies to your allies. So any allies around you, they will get plus 10% to all attack and plus 15% attack versus air if they're around your rocket launchers. Pretty cool. We also have a plus 30% attack versus buildings that you can unlock. And you have a max HP per minute repaired, so they repair over time. And then you have a plus 50% ammo and 15% speed, which is pretty gnarly. And that is for air. And then lastly, you have plus 10% versus buildings here if you can max out the whole Cannoneer tree. So pretty solid. The rocket launchers are a lot of fun to use, like I said. If you can get them late game, especially if you're in like a big league, these are like game breaking towards the end of the game. and they will change who's going to win the match. So keep that in mind. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Peety out.